comments on the internet recently of people saying that I don't look rich, and that means I can't be giving out financial advice. But all that tells me is you don't know what real wealth even looks like. What's up, losers? Today I wanted to talk to you about what real wealth looks like because it seems like nobody knows what it looks like. So let's talk about it. I'll give you some actual numbers. 57% of full-time workers are living paycheck to paycheck. And before you argue with me that, oh yeah, but those are minimum wage workers, they're not. In fact, let's fly over to the UK for a sec. People in the UK earning over £70,000 a year have reported living paycheck to paycheck. And let's now fly over to the USA. Yeah, nearly 40% of Americans earning over $100,000 are living paycheck to paycheck. So this isn't a money issue, this is a skill issue, y'all. Where is this even coming from? How are people earning over $100,000 not able to survive? I'm gonna introduce you to Instagram's Delululand. And on Instagram, you will see people with lip filler, G-Wagons, a 16-bedroom house, but let me tell you something. None of them own this. They're rentals. Or if they own it, they're in debt. The other day, I was watching TV with my mom, and she loves cooking, she loves her kitchen, and we were watching cooking videos. And my mom says to me, how do these people have such nice looking kitchens? They obviously cook with it every day. And I said, no, they don't. They're like Instagram influencers. They're getting PR packages. They're getting this stuff for free. Two, they're always picking out the best utensils to use for their videos. Also, in between takes, they're cleaning the kitchen. And on top of that, the lighting and the editing makes everything look so much better than it would in real life. And that is what we're looking at when we're spending time on the internet. Almost everything that people are sharing with us are fake. And the problem is we're comparing our normal lives to their weird fake lives. I've even met people like this myself. Like one time I got invited to a pool party and he said he would pay for everything. He said that it's on the house, the bar is open, everyone can drink whatever they want, come on down. And a few weeks later he was complaining to me that he had no more money and that he was in debt, which just got me thinking, what do you mean? Because didn't you just host a pool party like a few weeks ago? Because he went into debt to host a pool party so that everyone could think he was super fancy and rich. And that is the trap that everyone's falling into. So I just want to remind you that these things are fake and they want you to fall into that trap. Okay, so then if that's the case, what does real wealth even look like? Excellent question. Let's answer that. Real wealth looks like having time. And I mean being able to wake up whenever the hell you want because you have staff working for you, so you don't really care what time you wake up because someone else is doing the work for you because you have bought time. The second one is peace and emotional stability. This comes from literally hiring people to sort out all the crazy stuff that you don't want to. If something is stressful, guess what? My PA is gonna handle that because I don't have the time for that. The third one's health. Obviously, you can pay for like the best insurance you can get. You can go for regular checkups. You can also balance things like a healthy diet, and you can be fit and go for yoga, go for HIIT sessions, or go to the gym because you have the time to do all these things. The fourth one is privacy because the truly wealthy don't want you to know how much money they have. They're not trying to be flashy, they're trying to be hidden. That means they've hired security for that and they live in very gated communities so you don't know where they are and what they're doing, so that this will lower their chances of getting robbed. And also, all their wealth is locked up in investments or assets, not liabilities that's gonna take money away from them. Let's take Tina and Kevin for example. Tina lives a simple life and she's very minimalistic. Tina is earning $50,000 a year. With any extra money that she has from her earnings, she immediately invests that as soon as she can, and she's very disciplined and she does it consistently every single month. This intelligent lady here is building her portfolio and she's sorting her life out for retirement early so that she is settled when she is ready to leave her job. And then we have Kevin. Kevin is earning $100,000 a year, and because he is earning $100,000 a year, he's a little cocky. And what he does is drive rentals to show everyone that he's a rich man. Also, one day he decided to purchase a G-Wagon and a 16-bedroom house. Now, when you compare Tina and Kevin, Tina is still living her simple life and still staying very consistent and disciplined with her investment. But Kevin, on the other hand, who now owns a G-Wagon and a home, has a lot of costs to cover, such as the crazy electricity and water bill for that massive house, on top of the fact that he needs to maintain the house. So he's been paying for things like gardening fees and cleaning fees. On top of that, he owns a G-Wagon and maintenance is not cheap. So in the end, Kevin is spending way more than he thought he would just to maintain this lifestyle. And what that means is at the end of this, Tina is going to be able to retire much earlier than Kevin ever will. In fact, I don't even know if Kevin can retire, because is he even saving any money? So acting broke literally gets you richer fast. If you've heard of financial independence, it's literally the point in your life where you're able to cover all your expenses for 25 years worth. And I can teach you how to do the calculation right now. How it works is you'll take the amount of money that you spend every month right now, and you'll multiply that number by 12, which will give you how much you spend for a year. Then you'll multiply that by 25, giving you 25 years of retirement. So let's do a little comparison. Person A spends $1,800 a month. And if you multiply that by 12, you get $21,600. That's how much they need per year to support themselves. Then if you have someone that spends $4,000, multiply that by 12, and you'll need $48,000 a year. Now, to calculate that for your retirement, you'll need to multiply these numbers by 25. What that gives you is $540,000 for the person that spends $1,800 a month, and $1.2 million for the person who spends $4,000 a month. Yeah, that's 25 years of their expenses, and it's $1.2 million. That's a big difference. If you're looking to retire, but you spend less money in general, you can retire much earlier and much quicker just by having a simpler life. Yeah, also in general, just spending less money on things and being more content will already mean you're just a zen, calm, happy person. So to summarize, the truly wealthy can't even flex if they wanted to, because half of the stuff that makes them wealthy can't be flexed on social media. Like, I'm not about to stand in front of my investment portfolio to make a video. The truly wealthy have wealth that cannot be flexed. They're not purchasing liabilities like cars. They're purchasing assets. Also, if you're someone that is struggling right now with spending and you tend to be quite impulsive, a book I'd recommend is The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. And this book breaks down all the temptations we have in life and what encourages that impulsive spending. So if you guys want to check that book out, you can head to my description. It's a great book for anyone who just needs that little reset. But yeah, I hope this video changed your mind about wealth, because half the time we can't even see people's bank accounts and we don't know what it's like. Also, I do have resources for anyone who is trying to get their finances in check. You're trying to learn how to save, you're trying to learn how to invest, or you want to create your emergency fund, anything like that. I've got resources down in my description, and they're all free. I really do find it ironic to charge for finance related stuff, because you're trying to get your finances in check. So all my resources are free, and they always will be, so don't worry. Like money, finance, entrepreneurship, mindset stuff, anything like that related to money, really, hit subscribe, because I'll be back with more.